Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by promoter Frank Warren here in Birmingham. Frank, a fantastic night of boxing coming to a close. I'll keep it quick because it's very late. Nathan Heaney, Brad Paul's fighting to a split draw. What did you make of that?
I thought, look, I don't want to be Brad and Nathan put together a superb competitive fight. There's no doubt about that. And you know, two undefeated fighters, and they've done it. The crowd, everybody loved it. I thought he'd done enough to win it. I had him up by sort of 2, maybe 3 rounds. But I don't want to be criticising Brad because Brad coming to the other guy's backyard as such, as far as the crowd was concerned. And it is what it is, but I did think he won it.
Obviously, it was a fantastic atmosphere on that note. And just with Nathan now, do you just move on, try and get to the Stoke ground, or?
No, he needs to have a rest now, and we can't even be considering what he's going to do till I know how it is. If he do go there, it'll only be if he's 100% ready.
Liam Davies, again, with a stunning stoppage victory tonight.
Class performance. I mean, he beat a guy who he owned the IBO title. You've seen him in with Lee McGregor, and look what he did to him. And you know, you think if you've got Inui out there who's who he was sparring with, the Mexican, but he's done such a fabulous job. As soon as that bell went, it was ultra competitive, and he stamped his authority on the fight, Liam, and delivered a world-class performance, and he's arrived on the scene. He's made a big statement tonight, no doubt about that.
That was going to be my next question. How do you navigate his career now? Because everybody will take note of that.
Well, I hope they do, and he deserves everybody to take note. I mean, like, he's only had, what's that, was his 15th or 16th fight, and he's won the British, Commonwealth, European, and that, I mean, you know, in that short space of time, that is a bit of an achievement. And you know, it's our policy again. You know, we develop young guys who've not been Olympians, who've not been in all the, you know, developed them and help work with them to get them to where they're at, and they're taking advantage of what we're able to deliver and show what British boxing's all about. The talent. I mean, Nick Ball was dreadfully had a dreadful disservice last week, and now Liam's come out and done what he's had to do. I thought it was a great.
Joyce versus Cash Ali got the stoppage in the end, but not early enough for what he wanted earlier in the week.
No, he's coming off those 2 losses. He got the cobwebs out of his system. You know, Cash Ali, he's pretty much on the back foot. He messes about a bit, but eventually got to him and done what he had to do and got got himself and got the cobwebs out of his system. And now we've got to sit down with him and see what we do next.
You said to me in the week, I can ask you after the fight what to do with you. Dubai rematch, Parker rematch.
Yeah, it's certainly 2 possibilities there, and we'll see.
And then also just a word on Zach Parker and Dennis McCann.
I thought Dennis McCann boxed extremely well against again 2 undefeated fighters in with Brad Strand, who he's a tough fighter and comes from an extremely good stable. But Dennis, I think it was Dennis's night. Dennis boxed extremely well, really well controlled, and put in a real professional performance.
Final one from me, Frank. Mauricio Sulaiman said that he wants to try and introduce 6 judges for the Fury-Usyk fight. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Look, I see where he's coming from, and I hear where he's coming from. I want 3 judges who are competent, and if you get it wrong and you make a real balls up of it, then we don't need you. You get dropped down. You get relegated like they do with the football referees. That's what should happen. If you've got 6 of them, I'm not a big fan of this 6 thing. I'm not a big fan either of the video thing. What are you going to do? Play back the fight if it's a bad decision? You can order rematches, but I don't want to bang on about last week's show, but I'm not going to go down that road again. But let's get the judges who are officiating, the 3 judges, get them right. And by the way, Pierce O'Leary done brilliant. What a really good, St Paddy's performance that was. He done a real good stoppage at the end against a real tough opponent.
Frank, thank you. Safe travels home.
Pleasure, mate.